Hey, how's it going guys? Chris here, and today I'm going to be showing you the different score streaks on Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Anyway, in the next series of clips I'm going to be playing against bots, because it's a lot easier to put together this video by playing against bots. Because it'd just take me forever to get all the gameplay clips from if I was trying to get each score streak. And let's face it, I'm not the best player, and I'm not going to get those Paladins all the time, so... Okay guys, so the first score streak in the game is called the aerial recon drone, and what this is, it's like a little drone that flies around and it basically spots people. So, well, you do it manually, you fire these like pulses of red light down at people, at different players, and it'll just spot them, and they'll show up on the minimap, they'll show up through walls to different players on your team. It's more of just like just basically a recon drone, just to highlight enemy players. I suppose it's good in game modes like search and destroy, but in most normal game modes like, I suppose capture the flag maybe if you wanted to highlight someone running the flag, but in team deathmatches and domination game modes it's helpful, but it's not really one I would pick. Okay guys, so the next score streak in our list is the aerial assault drone. Now it's a little bit like the aerial recon drone, but this one actually can kill people. What you do is you fly around, you try and find, as soon as you activate it, it'll fling forward and basically kamikaze into whoever you're aiming at. Now I don't actually have any gameplay of the UAV. I suppose it's just basically pressing a button on his arm, so it's not really something that I can show you, but if you play Call of Duty before, you should already know what that does, and it just highlights the enemy players on your minimap. Now the next score streak is the Orbital care package. It's similar to all the other care packages on the other Call of Duty games, though instead of it being a box, it's like this pod, and it just launches down at high speeds. So I don't know whether it's any quicker to arrive than the normal care packages in the other games. You get this like little hologram to show you where it's going to land and get a random score streak, just like in all the other Call of Duty games. Now, another cool thing about this is that you can get map-specific score streaks through these care packages. So, if you look on my map tour video, I'll tell you more about them for each individual maps. Say, like for this one on Solar, you can use this big tower to just fry people. And some of them are quite good, some of them perhaps not as useful as other ones, but they just make it more specific to the map. They just make more, I suppose they add more of a feature to each map. Although not all maps do have these, so... Okay, now the next score streak is going to be the remote turret. And I'm not a huge fan of this one. When I first started using this, I kept putting it down, thinking it was going to be like all the other COD games and it would just automatically start gunning people, but it turns out you have to upgrade it, and that's another thing about this game. You can have upgrades to these are just all the basic score streaks that you can equip without any customization. But the remote turret you actually have to control, and it's not as damaging as you would think. It actually does take quite a few hits to kill them, and it's not the most accurate weapon in the game, to be honest. I suppose it's good for holding down large areas, because people can shoot at you and you're not going to die because you're in a turret. But, I don't know, it's not one for me. I don't really think it's effective enough for me to pick it over some of maybe the other score streaks. I suppose it's good for holding down maybe an objective or something, but it's not really my favourite. We've got the system hack here. Now what their system hack does is it just gets rid of the enemy HUD, so they can't see quite a lot of things in the game, like all the enemy HUDs. It comes up with a big distracting skull in the middle, so... The next score streak on our list is called the XS1 Vulcan. And what this does is it's a giant laser that fires down, frying anyone that you're aiming at. You're like one of those annoying kids at an ant nest, basically, with a magnifying glass, just zapping people. Okay, the next score streak in my list is the missile strike, and this plays out a little bit like a predator missile in the other games. You just hunt down your enemy, you fire, and then it launches down and kills them. Okay, so the next score streak is a bombing run. We've seen this before on other Call of Duty games, similar to an airstrike. Though it can be really powerful. This it can actually take out lots of players on the other team. I mean, look at how devastating it is. It just destroys. And if you put it in the right place, if you equip it, if you use it when there's a UAV in the air, you can see where all the enemy team is and where they're all spawning from. It can be really good. Though you can be a bit unlucky with this one, I suppose. If there's no one in that area, then, you know, it's going to be a bit of a waste.
Goliath on the ground.
Now, the next score streak is actually called the XS1 Goliath. Now, you've probably seen this in the trailers and in the campaign. And it's basically just a big mech suit. I don't know what this bot was doing, he was just getting right up in my grill. Basically what this does, it's just like a juggernaut, but with a gun. So you're running around, well, you're walking around, you actually move very slowly. And you've got this big minigun, this big Gatling gun. And you're just gunning people down with that. These bots are so stupid, they're just running right up to me. It's trying to take me on. But it's got that really slow slap. He sort of backhand slaps them in the face, and I just thought that was hilarious. But no, it's not the best score streak in the world, because once you run out of health, you can't actually come out of this. You just die. So if you want to go on a long killing spree, you can't, because you're basically stuck inside this Goliath until you die. Now, the next one is the Warbird. This plays out similarly to like chopper gunners in other games. You fly around and the players have these red circles around them, these red like pentagons or octagons or whatever. And you're just flying around shooting them. Now, you have to be quite accurate for them to actually hit. There isn't really a lot of splash damage. So, but it can be damaging, you can get lots of kills with that one. But of course, the last one and the big one is the Paladin. And the Paladin is pretty similar to the Warbird, but with extreme splash damages. So all you have to do is basically aim in a general direction where your enemies are, and they're gonna get destroyed. The splash damage is insane. In fact, I think it's one of the craziest score streaks or kill streaks that I've ever seen in a Call of Duty game. It's similar, I suppose, to like other sort of chopper gunner kind of AC-130 high-end score streaks. And it's definitely one you want to run inside and run undercover whenever you hear enemy Paladin incoming. You've got to run away, because it'll just destroy everyone. Okay guys, now there is actually something in this game called the DNA bomb, which you can get from getting 30 kills with guns and grenades and things, but not score streaks. And once you get this, it's like a 30 gun streak. Once you get this, you can turn it on, and it's a lot like the nuke. You'll see this big green flash. Everyone on the enemy team will just die instantly, but all your teammates, they'll still stay alive. It's a nice little addition to the game. Anyone can get this, by the way. You don't have to have this equipped in your pick 13. You can just unlock this, but it is very hard to get, so good luck with getting that one. Anyway guys, that's the end of this video. I hope you like it and hope you find it useful. And be sure to go out there, get all those score streaks. Give me a like, subscribe to my channel to see more videos, and I'll see you in the next episode.